Okay, let's start the June disconnect hearing.
Make a motion that we approve the last month's disconnect minutes.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, now go ahead.
Yeah, when I called the office, I didn't know if, I just moved to town last August,
Uh-huh.
and no, I guess it's October. But, I didn't know if there's any way I could get my, bill extended, so I could get it all paid on the 10th of next month.
So right now your past due is 8046. Is that what you got there, Kelly?
What's that?
Your past due is 8046. Is that what you got?
Yes.
Okay. And you said you wanted to pay that 8046 when?
The whole thing out, eat my next month's bill. I get my next check on the 10th of July, and I just wanted to see if I could just pay it all at one time.
10th of July. I'll make a motion that we allow Kelly Jones to catch up her account on the 10th of July.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, you've got till the 10th.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right, who's up next?
Great. Scott Ashland. 1 second. So is that what the account's under too?
Yeah, sliding baby. That's around 18 grand.
Oh, last page.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, Scott.
Good
Suspense. I was looking through. So I got here, you have 361.86 past due. What's your plan?
Wednesday, usually on Wednesday, so.
Okay.
Next of July,
No, next week,
next week.
yeah. 23rd, 24th is
All right.
on Wednesday, yeah, whatever Wednesday falls on,
Oh, 24th.
yeah.
All right. I'll make a motion that we extend the Scott and Ashley account where he can catch up on you said 24th? 24th of July. June, excuse me. Man.
See, put me all the way to last, some way, he likes me.
All right, you second it?
Jim did.
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Larry, you up next?
Yeah, guys, I just need to see if I can extend mine to the 28th, just next Friday. 15 was it?
Matillo. Second last,
Top of
last
the-
page.
Top of the 4th page.
Yeah, it'd be different than me. All right, so it's 2/15/22, and when did you say you want to do that?
Pay the 28th, it's next Friday, next payday. I don't get paid this Friday, so.
All right,
28th,
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we extend it to the 28th of June.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Thank you. Nice.
Anybody else? Here's what this, yeah.
So.
Shelby Powers. Oh, second page of paper.
Yeah, 2/3 of the way then, 3/4 of the way then.
All right, Shelby, I got 434.47. What's your plan?
Do that next Friday.
All right.
27th,
26th. June 26th.
I'll make a motion that we approve an extension to Shelby Powers until June 26th, where she'll pay 434.47.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Anybody else for disconnect?
I don't know yet, someone have to tell me.
Well, hang in there until we say otherwise.
So. We'll grab this out. I'll make a motion here. Okay. I'll make a motion. We go ahead and approve the rest of the disconnects as presented. If somebody comes in before the meeting ends, we'll reopen.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Should pay it.
What's that? Like that. Hey, Randy. Over there.
Good evening, everybody. We'll get started. June meeting. We need two changes we need to add to the agenda. We need to add Fair Board. We're gonna put them at the top above Vicky, since we don't have any UBO hearings. And, ready agreement, item number 3 under Ingrid. So,
I'll make a motion. We approve the agenda as presented with the additions.
Also,
been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I need to sign and approve monthly meeting minutes and claims.
make a motion that we accept the minutes from the last Williamsport Town Board meeting.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 I'll make a motion. We approve the monthly claims for May and June.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded to pay the claims. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. On the Fair Board, through Lily Gift 9, there's a chance to, fund a renovation at the food building. There's a gentleman here to talk about it. Basically, we've put together about $400,000, maybe a little over, in available funds, and they may fundraise a little bit to help finish, but he's here to talk about, they want to expand the footprint, because if we're gonna make it a year-round building, they're gonna need to add bathrooms and a storage area on the west side, close to the road, so. Turn it.
The drawings, information, yeah, we're looking at, or I guess asking permission to do a 20-foot by 56-foot expansion on the west side. Trying to stay far away from the big oak tree, and we won't be disturbing the playground. So, but yeah, when Foundation said we had opportunity to get funding for renovation, we've been talking for years about air conditioning and doing some work on it. But the idea is to make it a year-round facility for use by the community, not just this week, like it's getting heavy. They're lined up waiting for their fish right now, so, but yeah, so, just wanted to kind of give you those sketches. It would allow it to be a standalone with adding the restrooms there. Wouldn't have to tie to the senior center or whatever. It would be a fully insulated building. We'd insulate the walls, HVAC system. I don't know if you've been to the fairgrounds, especially after our 3-inch rain yesterday. The area between the senior center and the food building. It's right up to the floor. It floods, it's muddy. So part of this would be clearing that out, lowering it down, put some storm drainage in there so that we're getting the water out. So, improving that area as a part of this, so. That would be part of the site work that would be done. I can answer questions if you have questions. And I'm somewhat new to the fair board, but it's my understanding that we own the buildings and you own the land, so that I guess we're asking you for another 20 by 56 feet of property there to expand the building to.
Does it was 20 to 56?
20 by 56.
And whereabouts does that 20 foot go out? How close does that put to the playground? I don't remember a while.
If you flip to the next page, well, I guess, yeah, I didn't draw the playground.
I
The
see
circle's
that.
the big oak, the playground's out here past the big oak.
Oh, okay, I see. I'm following you now.
But yeah, we'd be still 15 or 20 feet away from the playground,
Yeah,
the current playground.
I really don't have any issue with this. I think it'd be kind of cool that you guys can have an indoor area finally.
Well, it'd be nice for the whole community, because the idea is that it could be used year round by multiple different groups and
Mhm.
for multiple different things. Right now, it's a big storage building 9 months out of the year.
So, practicality on this, if we approved it tonight, approved to expansion tonight, where are you at financially? Like, are you within 6 months of?
The idea would be the grant funding is in process. We kind of need to get this so that we can finalize that grant application. It's my understanding the money is available and we'd like to be done by next year, before the fair,
Okay, nice.
so.
I don't have any issues with this.
All right. You wanna make a motion?
I'll make a motion and we go ahead and approve the Fair Board building expansion as presented.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Okay,
Thanks, sir.
thank you. Any other questions for me before I head back to the fair?
Can you bring some fish?
You won't, there'll still be a line when you get there.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Vicky.
First thing I do was taken care of for the email, I purchased today. The tables and chairs for the community room. I did, speak with fire marshal on that building was released. And I spoke with John Piper on capacity, so that's all been taken care of. We've set a July 11th for the grand opening with a rain date of July 18th. I think what else was on my list of things that I wanted to discuss.
Concessions.
Starting at the end of next week, you're supposed to come in and clean those buildings, and so Lee has said that we would be able to start moving things in as far as like the refrigerator, freezer, and things. We're gonna need to purchase things for the concession stand, and I have spoke a little bit with Melinda and Mike. I guess how's that gonna look like? Using the Sam's card, purchasing on Amazon. What does that per se mean? Does that need to look like, I don't know how in depth that needs to be, I know it needs to somewhat be convenient for Melinda on how that needs to be done. I did speak with Mike, and I think you're checking on cash registered as far as like how we need to be able to accept card and for that to be able to flow into an account and do all of that. So I have spoke with both of them, but we will need, before your next board meeting, I'm gonna have to supply things for the concession stand. Everything cannot come from Sam's Club. Nacho trays. Things that hold items are not gonna come from Sam's Club, it either is gonna have to come from Gordon's or it's gonna have to come from Amazon. most of our candy, pretzels, things like that can come from Sam's. So, I guess that is that giving me a Sam's card as well? Or is that coming to Melinda and getting a card from her and making those purchases? How do we want that how do we want to see that go, since that will be a new thing for the town?
How much do you think the initial inventory is gonna be?
Well. What we spend for ball appropriate.
Yeah, but you're gonna be that all the time.
Well, you said we were gonna go every week and we did.
Right, I know. Probably 2 or 3 thousand.
Yeah, I would say between 2 and 3.
Or you just go do it?
As far as the card, I think you just go to the office and have one to give you the Sam's card. The Amazon stuff, you can, and I don't want to speak for Melinda, like if this isn't right, but what I've done in the past is just send her the link to the things I need on Amazon.
She's really great. I went in her office today and sit at her desk and ordered $2,000 worth of stuff to purchase.
Yeah.
I try to work around her schedule because today was crazy. She was by herself and the phone went off 5 times and suddenly needed to pay something. So,
Yeah, so
if I had a desk and a computer that I could sit that can do that would be great.
Are we all set with the Gordon? With the Gordon account? So we should probably do that.
I think that would be great. I
Yeah.
know Gordon's has our tax exempt number because of the ball program, so I think that would just be setting up.
Well,
that'd be good.
the ball program's got a different number, I think, than the towns.
I can check on.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I think they would. I think they would. Yeah. But we should get an account set up for Gordon's if you're gonna be doing that kind of stuff there.
So I would just proceed with that if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
And then, I'll be in contact with Mike on how to proceed with that payment. This one,
You mean receiving payments
receiving payments, like,
Yeah.
or,
electronically?
or concession and when they pay to get in admission, because it'll take part of this time. And the last thing on my list, which is probably like beating a dead horse, I'll just be honest with you, and I know it's not probably the expectation of our local police officers, but I, for one, have about been taken out by a scooter on the sidewalk. And so for my own safety and for their safety, I don't know if there's some sort of posting of no riding scooters on the sidewalk. Also, at the ballpark, and I know Brian, and I don't know about others, but we have a speed limit of 15 and scooters go 30 miles an hour. And they go in the opposite direction of our one-way. And I have seen several that have about been taken out by a car pulling out. Like I said, it's one of those things that as our years move on, life changes. It is what it is. And like I said, I probably beat the dead horse. Is it? I don't know. I don't know what you do about it. You can post 50 million signs, you can say 100 things, and you can attest to this. One parent you say one thing to a kid and another parent jumps down you and defends their child and you're the one that gets yelled at. I'm not gonna allow scooters on the sidewalk at the pool. I'm going to say something about it. I'll be the bad guy. Same with on the tennis courts, which happens, believe it or not, even with the fence up.
Yeah, I think that this, obviously the scooters in the pool and the tennis courts, is no good at all, but.
Right.
I have a hard time just saying like, no scooters at the park, or on the sidewalk, because if we kick them off the park and the sidewalk, then we're pushing them into the road, but.
Should they not have to obey the one way? Should they not have to follow the rules of the street?
Well, I mean, yeah, sure,
Yes, they do.
so, and that would be bicycles
So
too.
scooters and electric bikes fall under regulations for bicycles, not a motorized vehicle, okay? So bicycles are required to follow the rules of the road, just like anybody else. I've turned around 20 or 30 scooters up there at the park that wanna go the wrong way. You can't go that way, it applies to scooters just like it does cars, okay? I saw you on the agenda, Vicky, with that comment, and I did a little research. And the town may wanna consider maybe modifying that.
Larry, I
Anything
don't know,
else?
I'm not trying to add you.
No, not that, but the current ordinance under the extreme sports equipment says you can't ride scooters in town.
And that's not in 2000.
Not on the street, not on the sidewalk, not on the park, anywhere, is what that says. So that may need to be modified, we've not enforced that. I didn't actually say it was there, but that's what it says.
Well,
But they go 30 miles an hour, that's
but-
15 mile an hour.
But we've been talking about the scooter issues for quite some time. And there's gonna be some little kids gonna get run over on one of those things. Because they run around riding like idiots, not following the traffic violations, pulling out in front of cars, running the wrong way down the sidewalk, just crossing the street.
So what's it,
So,
practicality, what's it look like when a 7-year-old's breaking the speed limit? What do we do?
we write the ticket to their parent.
Yeah.
Absolutely, so if the parents wanna start paying tickets, we can start writing them. It's in the statute.
Okay.
State statute, the parent or guardian is responsible, they can't allow the kids to be out violating the rules.
when I talked to Vicky about it today, because I saw she had it on the agenda, it's one of those things that I'd planned on bringing up sometime this summer. Because sitting at the ball diamonds, watching the kids on the scooters, my biggest issue is they're completely silent. Like you don't even know that they're there until they're almost ready to run you over. That's my biggest concern. And yes, they don't follow the speed limit. They don't follow a lot of the rules like no helmet, no elbow pads, anything like that. So there's a lot of issues, and I was gonna start researching it just to see what other towns are doing. I just haven't got it done yet, so.
Trying to take fun away from kids, and I'm not trying to take kids being kids, but I have a knee replacement and my hips going out, and when I'm walking out the door and I'm about taken out, you know, I'm. And at some point, do you not make parents be parents? You know what I mean? I'm telling someone, hey, is that a good choice? Should we really be doing that? And I have a parent defending them for what they're doing, that's a bad choice. And
Well, the problem comes later on, when somebody gets run over by a car and gets hurt,
yeah,
you know
and
who's
it's,
blaming? Me.
yeah, and so I just feel like it's,
So I mean, we've talked about it multiple times so far this summer, or coming into this summer. that Something needs to be done, I don't know.
somebody's gonna get hurt.
How many scooter riders, scooter gang members, what do you wanna call them? Probably not the right thing to do. Guns and park programs are a bunch of them or not.
I don't have anybody riding scooters to the park program, no one.
So I've talked to several groups of the kids riding the scooters.
But I would love for you to come out.
Well, I mean, anecdotally, I haven't heard anybody get hit by a scooter.
Like to have a scooter learning session. Problem is, are we gonna get the kids there on the scooters?
Well, you're welcome.
Or scooters and the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, my only thing is, like, I don't wanna force these kids out onto the roads, which I understand the ordinance says they can't be on town roads, but I mean, by the letter of the ordinance, we can get them up down 28.
These people are country people, they're country parents load the scooters up in their truck. And they bring them to the ball diamond and let their kids ride them.
Mm.
Because they don't have a place to ride them out where they're at. But I see that, I mean, like, I kid you not, like, you'll see 10 kids unload their scooter from their parents'
Yeah.
truck. That they got, and so they don't even technically live right here in town, we're saying they're the ones riding all over town.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Ball seat.
I would be in favor of changing this ordinance as it's written. I don't think we should outlaw scooters at the park.
I'm not asking you this.
No, and I didn't realize, like I said, I just looked that up the other day and I didn't realize that it was in there, but it is. And it's been that way for a long time, I guess.
23 years, yeah.
Yeah, so, the town can regulate scooters, there are a few exceptions, a few things they can't regulate, but.
I've got, there's a good email in the English serve last month, and I'll forward that to you guys, I was trying to do that, it's not cooperating for me, but it's got a couple examples in there. And cheap.
So if we could get parents and kids or find a way to get the word out. To get together to have a meeting about those, I would be more than happy to gather some information and do a presentation. For them and kind of let them know what's going on, I mean, the ultimate goal is, they don't want anybody to get hurt,
Right,
you know?
Maybe if you can get into the schools, like I know Mrs. Reynolds, I think, but she would be all for having a assembly or something in our grade schools. Talking about those type of things and telling them the consequences of the choices that they make if they ride on sidewalks.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
ultimately, I think the parent would take more notice if they gotta go pay a fine because the kids act out. But ultimately, that's not the goal ultimately, you know, just have fun on your scooter, but don't do stupid stuff,
yeah,
you know, I
Yeah.
mean. But,
Well, how about finding the person on the golf cart that's texting while they're learning the golf cart and.
golf carts are different animals.
same, but some of the same issues are with the golf carts, right? And we've made allowances for the golf carts in town.
Golf carts and off-road vehicles are different animals than just scooters and bikes. So. I've got a comment on both of those, but I'll withhold it. Or an opinion rather.
Yeah, I'm just asking that if maybe we could recognize some
Yeah.
of those changes.
Yeah,
At least make people aware
Let's look at that and then
and
do
parents
some
aware,
research
oh, there it
on
is,
what
to
others
our
are doing.
community of what's
So-
being noticed by.
yeah, I think what Brian said is pretty apt here. We'll take this in consideration. We'll jot down some notes and talk to you guys and see what we can't come up with on updating this.
It's not encouraging, like I always say, like there was somebody running on the picnic tables and I stopped and went, dude, what part of this is okay? You can fall and get hurt.
At that height though, depending on how old they were there, perfect height for clothesline.
And so like, I feel like my approach is like, I'm trying to be like, hey, this isn't a good choice, and so I don't wanna go in there with guns and blazing.
Right.
You know what I mean, like, because I do think it's all in your approach, and so.
I think an educational. Information or assembly would be beneficial, but
Mhm.
are you gonna get 2 people there, or are you gonna get 30 or?
Well, it's just like off the top of my head, when you said that, like maybe in first offense, instead of ticketing the parents with a financial burden, you say, this person has to go to class. If they don't go to class, they can't ride the scooter. I mean, yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to be unsafe, but
Ultimately, I don't wanna be the. Scooter ticket riding king or anything like that,
well, what's Steven doing?
but, well, he needs to. No, but, yeah, I mean, but, like, I definitely see it being a problem. It is not a problem that is unique to Williamsville,
Yeah,
so.
all right.
Vicky, you had one more thing, cameras back
Oh,
to the
yes,
board.
yes, thank you. They said we could go ahead and put back our security cameras. 2 things on that is. We had talked about going wireless when we took those down. This is what the contractor said, because I had mentioned about them going back up and. I don't know who you guys went with that did the cameras, so I don't even know who to say they need to who needs to be contacted. Cause I asked if there was any way, if they could go up in the attic to run the wire and it not be ran along the building. And he said, yes, it could go up in the attic, however, he thought somebody had mentioned from the town. When we were doing the poll, that we were wanting to go wireless and not have all those wires right now. So I don't know who contacts the camera people.
That same guy's gonna put them in here, and he's supposed to, I talked to him today, and he said he was going to start next week to try to put them in here. So we can get him down there, they're ready, I mean.
He said they could come up and start putting them in whenever they wanted. The only thing, like I said, I would like to request is if they're going back with the wires, like they just ran it along the building the last time.
Right,
They can get up in the attic and actually run them inside, and so I would just ask if at all possible that we would, do that, and I know another thing that we had 5 cameras. And we talked about it can hold 10, so we talked about that we may need to add a camera or two with enlarging the pool size, putting it. You know, down by the pump house because of the slide, and then maybe even facing towards the basketball court. And I don't know if this is the time to.
So, yeah, that'd be the time to do it. So how many do you need?
Well, we currently had 5, because we
Right.
had one for the tennis court, the bathrooms, one that faced towards, I think it kind of went towards the bar. I had one in my office, concession stand, and one that shot out to the pool area. But I guess it would depend on how much you wanna get. I would add at least a couple more, because I think we really wanna try to hit the basketball court area. And we need to hit the corner where the slide and stuff is to make sure that, you know, anything happened where the liability would be on that side.
You get
So at least I would say, it can hold up to 10. When we put the unit
Right.
in, we put a unit in that can hold 10 so that we could
Expand.
add at any time.
Up to 10, what about the splash pad, or one of
Oh,
those?
you
got a
would need one
cover?
on the corner of the splash pad. So I would think that we probably be looking at 8.
It can't be that
I don't
expensive.
know if you want him to assess that and let him see, but I would say 8.
5 more. Yeah, just add 10 total, and if we have one like that, we don't need that back. Okay.
All right, we will get that done.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next up, Kevin.
I have contract with HWC for our 2027 community crossings matching grant. And our 2026 grant budget. Okay. But the numbers are all almost the back page.
How much are you asking for this year? We didn't, this is the contract for,
This is for them to start that for Fall Street, correct? It would be,
we've already got that, right? We've already got the grant.
no,
Oh,
no, we got our grant this year for crack sealing is all.
oh,
This would be for 2027. The PAMP update has to be done every year.
seems like we do it.
Okay, 46,000,
No,
It's not to exceed, yes.
okay. All right. So this is for engineering for Fall Street,
And the PAMP update,
okay,
that we have to do through Purdue.
okay. So looking for motion on 46,000. HWC engineering.
That's for next year fund.
Correct.
I'll make a motion for that we approve 46,000 expenditures to HWC engineering for next year's project on Grass.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
And next up, I know we talked about it last year, possibly not doing it this year. Was the trade-in for the skid steer and the tractor, the mini excavator. I don't want to do the mini, but I wouldn't mind doing the skid steer, to be honest with you. If we don't, we're gonna spend about 7,000 or 8,000 on it this year to put tracks and but 200-hour service on it. It's still not too bad a price at 20,000, 921.18. The mini just doesn't make sense to do it. And I mean, I've only got 100 and some hours off of it.
And this one has higher hours and the potential to get new.
Correct.
Need that motion? I make a motion that we allow $20,921.18 to Bobcat who do skids. Or
Police program.
police, that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
All right, I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
If you can sign, so you get back to me tomorrow or whatever, that'd be fine. I'm gonna this and that.
Okay. All right.
Next, we've been fighting a storm drain up on Third Street. I don't know if you guys have noticed up there.
Did I close my house?
No, just going the other way. There is a walk-through tunnel you actually can get in. It goes under the road. It's a tile coming in, tile going out, but there's like 40 foot of laid up sandstone. There where Cody Kuiper lives, just block east or block west of Monroe. We thought we got inside. We've been inside it twice. He tried to patch up. There's, you can stick your fist through holes inside of it, so we can't get it all patched. I've talked to Eric Smith a little bit about looking at it, and he had a contractor down there that he was going to get a price on. 2 days ago, with all this rain, up on the corner of North Monroe and 4th Street, which is where that tile comes from, there's a sinkhole up there also. So this might be a much bigger problem than what any of us think about. So what I really like to do, that actually runs across your property, goes up that alley and goes to the park is where it comes from.
Change that CCM to Julie Grant to.
Well, I would like to look into some money to camera some of that just to see exactly what's going on, what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
It could be a huge problem. So Eric's kind of looking into that a little bit. They've got a guy that does some work for them that does camera work. He was going to get a price on it. I don't have that, but I can get it and I'll get back with you on it. But
Yeah, just to bring it up, yeah, actually, Tim, terrible, Seeley contacted me today with some pictures, going down, what street is that, Brown Street, tees into Monroe there, I think so.
up by the nursing home.
Yeah, and,
Jordan Brown.
yeah, so I guess those streets, and I told him, and I'm sure he's aware, of it. Like he sent me pictures, the whole street was underwater.
You get
And-
3-inch rain, it's going to be.
Right, yeah, right,
I mean, that's where all of our water comes from, out of those fields behind there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely a problem. I mean, it does the same thing coming down,
my street,
yes.
Yeah.
And Tammy Lane around to the bottom of them, so.
Yeah.
Another real quick, Logan left us. I didn't know if somebody was aware of it or not, but he, bit last week. So, kind of looking for somebody, anybody knows anyone. And one other thing is, you had sent me an email on a vacation of an alley around Walnut Street.
Yeah.
We have utilities in there, so that's gonna be really hard to vacate.
Are you here?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the Williamsport reserves utility easements all the way through, that's part of the ordinance that gets recorded. So you'll still be able to get in there,
Okay,
that's an express
they
easement.
can't build across, build on it or
They're
anything?
not supposed to build over your easement, or if they do, they're supposed to call you, but the town has that easement all the way down that road. Straight.
Fake Street.
Okay,
No, fake, it's not.
so there's electric in there, there's sewer in there, and there's telephone in there, so.
Okay, it's ultimately up to them, they don't want to grant it, that's one thing, but you have to hear the petition at least. But that's like, I think it's paragraph 5 in that ordinance that goes through the town reserves and easement for all its utilities.
Yeah, and just so we're clear, Kevin, Walnut's not paved, right? That's the street.
It's an alley, basically, but it
Okay.
is. Yeah,
It's
Technically, a street.
technically a
yeah,
street.
right, it was
Right.
platted in the street.
Okay,
I just thought his input was necessary for that.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would hurt any development up there, but, that'd be my only concern.
Can you make that exact same comment at the hearing next month, please? That way it's done during the hearing. About the utilities cutting,
Yeah,
thank you. So starts on the record for that, great.
Yep.
Okay. All right, next up, Mike.
On the leak adjustment program that, you all approved. We need to set up a separate set of funds for that. I just need approval that we can set those funds up.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what the number is yet, do we? But we'll create a number,
All right.
but
We need that.
all new funds need a council approval to.
Yeah. I'll make a motion when we approve a new account to create funds for the leak adjustment program.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Amy and I are going to a clerk treasurer school, I guess you'd say,
Mhm.
next, in July. And the problem is we won't be back on the day that disconnects are gonna happen.
Okay.
So we'd like to move that one day. Cause it's from Thursday to Friday,
Oh, the disconnect here?
the disconnect date,
Oh, okay,
the
Dave.
actual date, of July.
Where's the meeting at?
Michigan City.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So from the 16th to the 17th, is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Almost the new home of the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and move the penalty for the July disconnect to the 17th instead of the 16th.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. When do you want to cover these, Steve?
Oh,
When do you want to cover these later or now?
We can do them now.
Okay, so we got pay app, we got actually three pay apps. One is pay app number 7, this is for the pool. They kind of backed up, well, one, they weren't doing that much work until after March. And then they went pretty fast, so we got a couple of them. The first one is pay app number 7. They're asking, the current payment is $231,443.56. That one puts us roughly 50% into the payment process of the program for the pool.
make a motion that we approve the payout number 7 as presented.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 The next one is pay app number 8. This is April's work. The previous was roughly half of what the previous certificates were, roughly half was to what the contract is, but we had including pay app 7, we had have approved $2,149,661.32. This pay app is $632,307.97.
I'll make a motion that we pay for payout number 8 for the pool.
I'll second that.
So that makes us having just a little bit more than 50% of the payments paid out. Just to give you some indication through that payout, that they are deeming the project 67% complete.
Okay.
So we're actually got more work going than what we had paid for now. And then payout number 9, the previous certificates for that one, we will have paid out $2,781,969.29. This pay app is for $734,215.77. The balance of the contract, including the change orders after that, is $854,905.72. And after that pay app is completed, they're showing 85% roughly completion.
Okay, we gotta vote on 8 before we can move on to 9.
Oh, I thought we had voted Dave.
Well, we had a motion and a second, but we didn't vote.
Oh, okay.
So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right,
I had the game, sorry about that.
that's all right. Now I need a motion for 9.
I'll make a motion that we approve payout number 9.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Yeah, and just for the record, like, the engineers have went over those pay apps and, double check things to make sure they're being completed as the pay app indicates. Within spec, so.
Do we withhold the 40 or 45,000 or we get a payment and they have to pay us back?
That's a Michael question. I'm not sure.
Mike? Yes. On the penalty,
Yeah.
do we hold that money instead of pay it, or do we have to pay it and then expect them to pay us back?
That's a good question. We've got in retaining chapter pay at number 9, $185,000. I'm gonna round that up. And it's $185,000 that we're holding back. So we've got plenty of leverage there before we do that, yes.
Okay. Because I don't want them taking anything.
And that kind of may come into the legal aspect of how that's handled. I don't know if we can offset that or not, and that kind of comes into the contract. What?
Everything will get contract.
Yes, I haven't looked at that for that purpose.
All right,
They don't have the language. They don't have to have the language.
I would look at your contract and see how it gets paid out.
next up, Gene.
So at the last meeting, I removed the back third of the flooring out of our office that had the water underneath it. Since then, Tammy kind of looked at it and done the estimates. I looked over those estimates there. Don't seem out of line to me. Didn't seem outrageous or anything. I think, we previously had a little bit of conversation about what we're doing with the building across the street. And I don't know if the council's gonna make a decision on that. However, if the police office moves to that office across the street, it might change what you do with regards to repairing that other office. Regardless, the leak around the door has got to be fixed.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna turn that into a storage room, if we move out of there, you might have different options with floor with regards to what you do there, so put an actual line flooring down. And then with regards to the water that gets underneath that flooring, so the door's gotta be fixed regardless, or the leak around the door's gonna be fixed regardless. And then how you proceed the rest of the way is kind of depends on what your plans are, I think, across the street. But what I saw in those estimates from Mr. Stevens, not some out of line or outrageous, in my opinion. But
Yes, sir. I'm kind of in favor of the awning. Put the awning on it.
Do you want me to do both quotes then?
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that. Is that just the awning was that price, or is that this and the awning? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's,
I mean, the one interior was one bid,
yeah,
and then the awning was a separate bid.
Oh,
yeah, it's not included.
wow, okay. We'll make a motion that we go forward with the first, estimate here for the interior and the door cost, from Tim Seeley.
I'll second that.
They moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 And, awning's up to you guys, like, on this awning, I guess I'd like to know, can he put like Williamsport Police Department and stuff like that on it? Is it?
Probably be
customizable?
marking on the door. Or similar to where the door is, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know that he took into consideration for any signage or anything on there.
Yeah,
It was trash.
I know. I'm okay with going forward with it.
Okay.
Are you?
And it's up to you guys what you wanna do.
Jim, what do you think? Put an awning out there?
It might keep water off, I don't know. Is that a stoop out there? Square piece of concrete?
Yeah, there's the sidewalk leads up to it. There's a small. Dude, it's not bigger, actually. I think after that awning, he's talking about putting there's larger and more concrete is, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, access into the doors.
Yeah.
Sufficient with what's there, it's just a matter of keeping the. Rain from blowing up against that door all the time.
Yeah, I know. It might keep water out 5 years from now, or won't have to make a decision. Decision, might make a final decision.
Yeah. And to go with, or to address what you were saying earlier, I'm not in favor of the town retaining possession of that building. I just think that would be a lot of building for the town to upkeep, and I mean, we did that with the full fire department, and I'm not 100% sure that's even necessary, so I'm not in favor of that, but so I would, if I were to vote on it, I would vote that we give that building to the charitable group, I can't remember who it was, or we sell the building.
And then the charitable group would have to keep up the building.
I mean,
Would
what,
have donated.
Roger C. Hafer, I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, the Better Way Co-op, yeah. I just, yeah, I just don't like the idea of the town having that many structures to maintain.
So you want to table this?
Yeah, we can table it.
Okay. So we'll table the awning, but the other part we'll start with, okay? Next up, me, school supplies for the street fair.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
We had agreed through text messages, so we probably need a motion to support the street fair again this year with school supplies.
Have a motion that we contribute to school supply street fair.
I'll second that.
Then moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye. Okay, next up, exemption for vandaliers on the one-way at the park.
If I could, like jump the gun on this one, rather than give an exemption to one individual, if we couple this with the number 5 on your list, right? We could, I think that, so purchasing that property allows us to have a turnaround that's not in the ball diamond. And so, or in the ball field area. So, if we did make that a parking lot, we could change that one way in that section to a 2-way. Which would go all the way up to Ash Cove, which I wasn't in favor of before the purchase because it would force a turnaround into the fields. This way, if we made them turn left into the parking lot, then I'd be okay with having a 2-way street there.
Okay.
So rather than give an exemption for one person.
All right. So how do we change the wording? We're gonna change it to starting at Ash Cove?
Change it back to what she wrote the first time.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You want to do that before or after you guys put whatever you need to on that new acquisition? Like, do you want to wait till he's ripped out because you've got 30 days to clean it up? Do you guys want to wait and do that at your July meeting so that by that time his cleanup is done, you guys have space for it?
Yeah, that might be easier. And then until then, we could work with Gene and Steven on enforcement on that street.
So after,
Property are you buying? It's coming up.
so after tonight's meeting, after this discussion, they can go the wrong way?
No, after July's meeting. Where there's a turnaround, so it wouldn't be an exemption now, it would change after 30 days has passed for them to clean up the property you've just purchased, and then that would change moving forward from your July meeting. I mean, it could be whichever which way you want, but I'm just saying, until you have possession, you're gonna have people turning around somewhere where they're trying to clean up property up.
Right, well, so here's a question, and I don't want to sound foolish here, but why could, like, instead of doing like a formal exemption, why couldn't we work with Gene and Steven? Is that
No way.
Okay,
I will not. If you wanna move the sign to a different location, move the sign.
okay,
I'm not, it applies to everybody except Paul Call.
right. Well, and if we did it,
Because I'm the one that comes back.
right, if we did a formal exemption, that's what you'd be doing too.
You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying, Gene, if we did an exemption for one person, it's gonna be that way anyway. So, I mean,
Ingrid, is it possible with the current ordinance to adopt it, change it to where it doesn't apply to one person or one household?
I would not do that. That's gonna be murder to enforce, and the minute you just let one person go, everybody's gonna keep doing it.
Yes.
yeah,
I'm gonna say, everybody's doing it anyway, so.
Yeah.
We've had people turn on our driveways.
I mean,
Our
it's-
driveway is so fine.
They're gonna tell people to go up the wrong way, so.
I know you're concerned about parking, people put driving. Our driveway is no different from the park. I don't know if it's traditional.
So, I'm sorry, where are you guys at?
I'm on the corner of Ross Avenue and Park Avenue,
Oh, okay, okay.
81 feet from my driveway.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If we're not gonna do an exemption, then it has to stay in effect until we change the ordinance for the two-way. And that's just the way it's gonna have to be for another 30 days. That's my opinion.
Unless you wanna change it back to two-way now, I don't know where
No
they're gonna
way.
go around, but.
No way.
It's, uh,
Right? I mean, the people are gonna kill us if we change the
I'm
whole.
just saying back up to Ash Cove.
Oh, like right this second?
Move the sign.
We don't have the ordinance though.
Correct. Yeah, by motion, and we can all have it to ratify it in paperwork. But I mean, there's nowhere for them to turn around or if you make that a two-way currently.
Yeah.
But it's up to you guys, I mean.
I think it's just 30 days.
It was singular exemption, this would be.
Does it matter that they turn around and ball?
Is it a
For
legality
1 month?
thing? Is it a?
Well, right now, the reason that we went with the one way, and we were considering making it two-way up to Ash Cove. But the reason we didn't is because it would force people to turn around after they get to the Ash Cove area, and they would turn around in the Ball Diamond area, right? And so the concern was with kids in the fields and you know, there's a lot of parking there anyway, I understand that, but the concern was we would have traffic turning around there. And so it would be simpler to make it one way all the way around. And it was,
So I just understand, we're doing this in the name of safety, but you're forcing everybody to go around that very narrow street. And over half the people that come to the ball field are gonna come to the baseball field or the softball field. And they're gonna have to go all the way around the park, so I just, in the name of safety, I guess I'm having a hard time grasping on why we want like 100% traffic to go all the way around that
Well,
narrow one way.
I can explain it as it was explained to me, and this made sense to me, but on the narrow part of that road by I'm terrible with the age groups now, the ball fields, the 8U field, the gravel field,
Ball Diamond 3.
Ball Diamond 3, is where it's real narrow. If you had two-way traffic there during ball season, right?
We
You're
don't
gonna,
need to switch them if they're not. Even that, that's fine.
but you were asking me why we made it one way.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Something in the name of safety. to
Well, that's-
force all of the traffic around there instead of.
But you see what I'm saying though? We made it one way so that you didn't have two cars passing in that narrow area.
You have
That's
an area that's got 2 lanes.
So what are you talking about then?
About the two-way, just like over on the other side, but there
Right.
could be two-way traffic there could be two-way
Why-
traffic in front of our
Why didn't
driveway.
you make
that
that
have
on
to-
there? But you did it on
It
ours.
is. It is, isn't it?
No,
By the pool.
No.
it's not by the pool.
Oh,
It
it's
starts
past,
just
just past.
just
Yeah,
past.
you're right.
Yeah.
So anywhere where there's a narrow street, we're fine with one, but we think that's a good idea. But I feel like when you're forcing everybody to go around that, even when there's two-way, enough room for two-way traffic, I feel like you're causing a lot of like. More traffic to go around, so.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to defend every, argument, but I know that one of the issues we had was from an enforcement perspective. One of the things that was brought up is the enforcement of that, like how would that look like? And we wanted to avoid the turning around, but I concede your point. It's a very valid point that if you have a wider street, it's not necessarily.
Thing that actually an expert will tell you, let's, an engineer that told us the safest way to do it. Somebody that's actually,
No, the answer to that is no, we never did a traffic study on that. I can tell you just as adamantly as you're arguing your position, I've heard the same arguments the other way, right? And for years, we've heard the argument that this should be a one-way around the park. We never did, for this reason here, is like, we understood that there was some houses there and access there was gonna be difficult. And maybe we did make a mistake and jumped the gun, but I honestly feel, we haven't discussed it yet, but there is a good solution. But I would ask that you bear with us for another 30 days.
I just wish that we would have been made aware, because I told Brian, we've lived there for 13 years, we see a lot. I mean, we see that park every not even the summertime.
Yeah.
You should have asked, we would have given you our suggestions or what we see,
Yeah.
so, I mean, we see a lot there.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that wouldn't have been helpful, but we did receive, and I hate pointing the guy out, but this guy sitting up front, he was at that. So, yeah, Randy's been a bit advocate one way too, as well, but.
But it's the name of safety, so safety is not forcing everybody to go around the nearest street, so that's my concern, so all that sort of.
I didn't agree with the way it was done.
Yeah, if you'll bear with us for another 30 days, I can assure you that, I can't assure you, I don't know how these guys are gonna vote, but I can assure you that we're gonna address it in one way or the other. Whether we abandon altogether or change that section there. I think there's a good solution here, but it's gonna take a little bit of time for legal reasons. So, I hope that's sufficient.
Okay. Next up, leak adjustment.
Total on all of them, I can see, and that, what comes up 1687.
Okay.
So the total of all the week adjustments is 3,279.
Okay, where am I missing
31
that?
It's not on there. I had them up for you, Jim.
Okay. It's how much?
$3,279.31.
I'll make a motion that we approve the leak adjustments that presented.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
That's it. That's just the numbers across the bottom of that one.
Aye. All right. Next up, Paul.
Are you gonna do the property purchase?
Oh, sorry. Property purchase. I already have marked off. I don't know what the total legal agreement is, I guess.
When you talk about an amount,
Well, yeah, it's the 1.5 acres approximately.
Yeah, I think it's like 1.46.
Yeah.
it's just short.
From Jude Watkins, the town agreed to purchase that property.
Did you guys sign the resolution today, or does that still need to get signed?
We need to ratify the resolution. That's why I'm holding on to it.
Okay. And so we need a motion to proceed.
I'll make a motion that we proceed with the purchase of property owned by Duke Watkins.
There are 4 lots that comprises it, just like. Make it clear.
Who owns it?
That trailer and all.
Trailer goes, it'll be cleared off.
30 days to prepare. So that's why I'm saying give me 30 days.
Camilla Pitts owns a trailer, and then there's
On the front.
more lots that. What's his name?
But-
Derek,
The lots behind her.
Derek White owns part of that too, so. All right, been moved and seconded on the moving ahead on the purchase of the park property. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, next up, Paul.
All right, so the only thing I got on my agenda is, the salary for the wastewater treatment position, or moving to salary for the wastewater treatment position. I wanted to offer up that we go with Jim's recommendation with a 5% increase, from the current mark, which would put it in for, which would put us at, I wrote it down, something, 91,100 and something yearly. I would like for us to consider moving that position from hourly to salary.
Okay.
Open up for discussion. Mark, did you want to you want to chime in here on anything on this? And
What job description you want me to do?
um,
Do you want me to do the same thing I'm doing now and take a pay cut? And that's what I'm asking.
no,
So you want me to train that?
Mhm.
Have my name on the wall, my license, use my license. We have to work holidays
mhm.
and weekends. And I'm just gonna be on salary.
I don't know why you're saying just on salary, right? Most supervisory positions, are salary positions, right? So if you are the supervisor, why wouldn't you be a salary position?
But you're using my license, there's a big difference. My license on the wall, I'm responsible for the treatment plant, whether I'm there or not. So if you want to put Thad's license on the wall, then I'll be more than happy to continue to train, give my years of advice and experience, and work with that. But I don't think you understand, even if things come down, you know who they're coming to talk to? They're not gonna come talk to you. You don't run the sewer plant, your name's not on the wall on the license. But I'm okay, here, just let me finish here, Paul. You do whatever you think is right, and that'll be fine. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys to do what you think is right, and I'll do whatever you say. I've almost 35 years I've worked every single holiday. I don't have, you've never paid me vacations. Yeah, never paid me out on vacation. I missed one day.
In your pocket.
I missed one day of work in almost 35 years. So I'm looking at it as I'm getting close to retirement, there's no loyalty here on the town board's part to me. And that's okay. You do whatever you think is right. And believe me, Paul, I work under God, not under man. So I will do the right thing. I will continue to do my job like I'm supposed to.
I have a question. So you're saying he's an administrator, so is that one of your check marks on the Fair Labor Law Acts that you think you could make him exempt? So if he's a supervisor, right, that does all the dog work, that does all the overtime, that gets calls in the middle of the night. Mark was there all night long the last storm. He left at 10 o'clock at night, came home at 4 in the afternoon, so that's that. That Mark's the administrator. If that's what you want, Mark's the administrator. He doesn't crawl and pull again. He doesn't go get a pit bull out of car on 63. If that's what you
Well, I
want.
mean, so that's separate. He's paid separately for that dog catching. So,
Okay, so
yeah,
that's separate. How much is that? Let's talk about
I'm
how
not-
much that is.
I'm not sure. I don't have that number off the top of my head.
So suppressed.
I mean, I don't know. I don't
You
have.
just do whatever you think is right.
You're good.
You guys do whatever you think is right. I've been very blessed. God has blessed our family. I've worked here as a loyal employee for almost 35 years, and I won't fail on a few months my retirement. So
Yeah.
I will do the right thing for the right reason. So you guys do whatever you need to do, okay? I'm good with that. I'm honestly 100% good with your
You
decision.
can retire. You can retire more. I really wish you would a year ago. This has been a horrible town board.
So like, you set the salary of 91,000.
Mm,
Okay, you guys know what he made the last few years with his overtime, the holidays and weekends, so does that mean that I stopped working at 91,000? After I've hit 91,000, there's still.
So we give annually, we get increases all the time. So, this position has received an increase, far more than any other position in town, since I've been on the board.
That's because I work money, I'm not just getting it without working, Paul.
I'm not saying you are, Mark.
I've worked every single holiday for almost 35 years because here, you know why?
Mhm.
Because I have to. I have no choice. When I call somebody for overtime, you know who I call? I call myself. I had nobody to call. I call me. When things aren't running right out there, I call myself. I don't call anybody else. I have no one to call. It's been me. Until I have that.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Another thing too, that with that state, you have a state license,
Mhm.
as soon as you sign your name to that. Yes, you guys are our boss. But when it comes to that wastewater treatment plant, all you guys do is say yay or nay on what we're gonna buy. But if something happens out there, the state of Indiana is the one that's gonna come after us. I mean, there's guys that have done stuff either forgery or doing stuff to backhand with, they're sitting in federal prison right now.
Well,
You guys,
and
I mean, you gotta understand that it's not just the town of Williamsport that me and him are dealing with. I mean, Kevin, being a street guy, he is a town guy,
right.
you know. So-
Yeah, I don't have to have it all explained to me. I understand it. I understand it. I do. And I work with a lot of water treatment people, where I work, and I've asked them, so all the information I'm getting is not just from one source. I've talked to these guys many times about some of the issues we have, and even about the automation stuff, and I got some information that I was gonna go over with, still going to go over with Mark. You have to see it from our point of view too, right? And so this is, I think, Mark, I think you're looking at this in a very negative light. This is a pay increase.
No, it's not, Paul. It's a pay increase if I work 40 hours a week,
And overtime.
because.
No, not overtime.
So if I come in and work a holiday, so
No,
then
it's still a pay increase.
if I work a holiday,
Uh,
it's a pay increase.
He's saying that.
You get paid holidays, Mark.
Pay increase, and that was your.
You get paid holidays.
On top.
But I have to work them. I don't have any choice. Somebody is going to work the holiday there,
Mhm.
because samples have to be run there no matter what. And you can ask your water guys at Nucor and all that, are you talking to guys with a license that are responsible for running your water treatment and the wastewater treatment
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Nucor? So
Yeah.
they have, how many of them have license there? Probably several,
A lot of them, yeah.
a lot of them.
Most of them, I would say, have licenses.
So,
Yeah,
has there only been one? So
That
is
means
there-
there's a backup.
yeah,
yeah,
That's cool.
for sure.
That's super cool.
that's,
Yeah.
so. when
We
I-
have that now too, though.
So, yeah, now, I was in Florida last year trying to take a vacation and I had to fly home early. You understand that? Because the plant wouldn't run. I had to fly home early. And that's okay. I've taken full responsibility for this plant for almost 35 years. You've never had a single violation in over almost 35 years out there. And that's okay. But you do that, and that's perfectly fine, Paul. I will live with it. I just want you to know, I still don't think, and you told me, you three rep, my sewer plant, my office said, it's not about the money. Then why are we having the discussion? If it's not about the money, then there should have been never having the discussion. You felt like I made too much money. You want to put me on salary, so I don't make the overtime.
That's
That's
not, that's
exactly-
inaccurate. That's inaccurate. 100% inaccurate.
So what, so if it's not about the money, then what's it about?
It's accounting of hours.
Counting of hours.
Accounting of hours.
You guys didn't even look at my timesheet when you called me. We had to go through the timesheet, I had to explain it to you when you called. me.
Mark, I went through over a year's worth of time sheets.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
so I
back.
didn't look at the last one you put
No,
that day. That's
no.
not true.
The day we talked, you didn't even know that I put down what I do on the timesheet.
Well, even,
You told me you had to be accountable for your overtime. I said, look at my timesheet. It's got it down. I got it wrote down out there. It's on the timesheet. And that's okay. I'll go with your salary. I'll do it. I won't walk out on him because that's not fair. But if so, you guys hired him under false pretense. He's not ready to run a plant. Hasn't even been through a winter yet. So I will do the right thing because that's what I should do. So I'm good. I'm good with whatever you decide. You decided, you do it, just let me know. Don't go behind my back and do something.
I've never,
Tell me,
I've never done anything behind your back. I've always talked to you face to face.
was I involved in his interview?
No, you were not.
Why not? But you
I-
sit right there and I sit right there and you told me I would be.
yeah,
I
and
was involved in no interview.
I'm not gonna throw anybody on the bus, but you're absolutely right. That's true. You were not involved in the interviews, and I did say that. That was not a
And
conscious
then you
decision.
put
that I-
everybody on the bus. I know who you're talking about, and that's okay. But it doesn't matter, but if that's what you wanna do, and you feel like that's the right thing to do, then you do it, and I'll finish.
First of all, it's not just me.
That's fine.
It's not
You're
just me.
still in the talk. That's why I'm trying to figure out, are you guys for this? Cause nobody else is saying anything. Mike was for it, you're for it, I know that. And you told me the state board of accounts flagged it this year, which was
I did
not.
not say that. I did not
You
say.
did too tell me that, you told me that right out. the
Mark,
front.
Mark, I'd
That
never.
was not true, that was not true that they flagged it, that was something that
Well,
was not.
Mark, if you're a man of your word, you're not gonna lie right here when I did not say that. I don't appreciate
You
it.
stood on this tanks and you told. me
Mark, I've had a lot of
the state board
respect for you.
accounts flagged that, that's why we're doing it.
Mark, I've had a lot of respect for you. Don't lie about me.
I'm not lying about you.
100% you're lying.
Tell me out there on the tank, Paul.
I said they did not
No,
flag
you
you.
told me. I did not say that. I said, why am I doing this email then and stuff? Then you came back and said, they didn't say it this year. But you told me first they had said.
Mark, I never said that.
Okay. And that's, you can say what, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm not, I will do whatever I'm supposed to do. I won't leave him hanging, because if you guys hired him with the intent that I was gonna be here to train him, I would not do that to Thad. I wouldn't walk out on him and leave him hanging. Not fair. Not fair at all to him to do that. I'll do the right thing. But I will retire, Paul. I'm going to leave, so you will not have to worry about that. I am going to retire, and it's not gonna be that long.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, with all your boxes on your Fair Labor Law that I'm sure you know so well.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
It's clear, Paul, that's the thing, that's what you don't understand the laws that Gene's having to do, you don't understand their laws, you don't understand what you're managing. You need to really let that sink in. But the question I have for you is if he is exempt and he's salary, and you're saying it's a pay increase. Salary exempt employees do not have an hourly base, so that means 2 hours a week? Or 45, is that what the board is gonna agree on, that this is
So-
salary position?
so he'll-
2 hours? Or 45?
I don't know where you're getting 2 hours a week. Full-time employment, full-time salaried employment.
Where's that in writing, as far as what you guys have?
I'm sure what qualifies as a full-time employment is in our ordinance on what, on.
What's salary exempt in your considering in administration?
So, yeah, I'm not gonna comment on all the words that
Yeah.
you're right. I don't know all these definitions as you're presenting them. Not even sure that's the way they're worded in our ordinance. I do know that, we do have counsel. We've sought our counsel on this. I know we're within the law. And so, and it has nothing to do with us trying to, as Mark's insinuating, trying to push him out. That's absolutely not true.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Do you understand what you consider a white collar job?
Yeah, I'm not gonna use that term. I'm gonna tell you, we've sought counsel.
It's supervisory, it's not administrative.
Just said administrative and managerial, and that's one of these.
I said I'm not gonna use those terms, and I mean, and if I did, so be it.
Thad wouldn't say that.
Just wondering, I'm just looking at the laws, I wanna make sure if he can only be there 2 hours a week, then I'm gonna make sure he's only there 2 hours a week.
I didn't say that. So I did not say that. So I'm just on the record that you're the one that said 2 hours a week.
I
not me.
just questioned.
No. Yeah.
That's how it works.
That,
We know that with the hours that he puts in, money he's making now yearly is more than $91,000. And trust me, the man's not sitting out there milking the town for money. He does what he has to do and he leaves, just like the other night when he was out there all day long. So what do I do with the overtime after I surpass my salary?
in order
I don't
Is
think,
that all free time?
no one said that there's a cap to your earnings.
Okay,
No one has told Mark he's making too much money.
okay.
We are converting that from an hourly position to a salary position.
unfortunately, when I was doing interviews with you, I said. I don't anticipate any salary move,
Yes,
because I always,
because there's 4 reasons why I took his job. Number one is because of him, and he had 34 years, not in the field, but he had 34 years of what we planned. Right, that right there is a big thing. Number two was the money. Number three is because I've been working alone because I don't like people. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah.
And number four, I love working overtime. And I want to get paid for overtime that I work because I'm not going to be here unless I absolutely have to be because I do have a life outside of this. But I will give you what I have to give you, but other than that.
So if you were salary, you wouldn't manage that off your hours. Is that what you're telling us?
I'm always going to be managing that if I'm running it.
But if you move into a salary position and there's a holiday or a weekend night that the plant would require you to be there, are you saying you're not gonna be there? Okay.
I would be there. If the plan needs to be there, I would be there. That's not a question. The question is that I don't want to be giving time because that's the reason why we all work is to get paid. You correct?
Yeah, I mean, but there's literally hundreds of thousands of people in the municipal world who are salaried.
Yeah.
Nobody's stealing money from them because they're salaried. Okay, so like, I don't even like the conversation that we're taking money by making someone salaried. Just as much as it means that you're not getting paid when you come in, it also means you're not losing pay if you miss work, right? So if you can't come in one day, it's not like, hey, I'm sick, so I'm gonna lose these hours, as it is right now, right? I mean, it's not laughable, it's the truth.
Oh, I had my prostate removed, came home from the hospital, showed up out there with a catheter bag, holding an umbrella. On the way home from the hospital. But here's the thing.
Mark,
We have to work holidays, we have to work the weekend, so you still want me to work every holiday and still check the lift station, the
If
sewer
he's
plant
separated in a storm, he's not going out there.
on the weekend.
He's getting a crawl space living.
You want me to come in on the weekend, check everything like I have, but not get paid overtime.
we can move this conversation to a different
You
time.
don't want me to get paid overtime for coming in and working the weekends to check lift stations and the sewer.
I'm not saying that, I'm saying that, yeah, there's 2 employees down there.
Okay.
And since he's been there, he's recorded no weekend time. Are you training him on weekends, Mark?
Yes.
Why aren't you why isn't he ready to do it, Mark?
You know, there's a whole, Paul, if you wanna run that plant, you run that plant. And I'm gonna tell you what, I've ran that plant efficiently for almost 35 years.
Yeah.
And you're gonna try to tell me how to run it?
I didn't, when did I say how to run it?
Have you ever had a problem with that plant?
When did I tell you how to run it?
That's what you're trying to tell me right now. Do you think when he's?
I asked you a question, Mark. I asked you a question, Mark.
He has not yet, no. There's
Okay,
a reason.
what's the reason?
I don't think he's quite ready.
Why not?
There's, you know,
Was
this isn't running a crane back and forth on a rail.
No, yeah, it's much more
Everything
complicated.
changed.
Much more complicated. Tell me why not.
And you know what, I'm not gonna argue, I mean, I'm not trying to send me, not gonna happen, man. Not gonna happen.
I'm not being,
I only have one question.
Get a hold of this.
I only have one question, and that is, the other night during the power outage, was Thad in with you so he could learn from what he needed to
You
do?
know what, that power outage, we had the generator, no, because you're paying me overtime, you wanna pay 2 people overtime? There was things that was happening, there was so many things happening, he couldn't have. That's not the time to learn,
Well,
but I will do that from now on, anytime that there's anything.
But not on salary, if
I
I
will have-
want to be on overtime.
Yeah.
my only question was,
And I understand.
because
Yeah,
when-
that's valid.
when I worked at the plant, the only way I could learn when we lost power for the job that I had at that particular time was I had to figure it out on my own. The first time is always the worst. And I'm not being critical about anything. I'm just saying that if the next time there's a learning opportunity like that, he should have been
Yeah, well,
called in
here's
the
the
same.
situation, pouring down rain. It's hard to teach somebody, the actuators, they can't get wet. It's not a time to stand down, we've been down standing when it's better weather to adjust them. And we talked about it all, because we had a decant weir that was out of the water. We talked about it the next day, weather was clear and it was daylight. I mean, there's a whole different ballgame out there, you've got to get it going, you don't really necessarily have time to be standing around saying this. We've talked about it since, we went through a lot, and Thad has learned a lot. He's learned a lot. And you're right, I probably should have called him, but we had discussions about overtime, so I'm thinking if I've gotta be here and you're paying me overtime. do you
Mark,
want
I mentioned that to you about that working overtime 1,000,000 times, like that we need to spread that overtime out. So, it's not that,
Sharing overtime are 2 different ballgames. If he's doing some and he's doing some, but he needs to be there to teach him while he's doing it, that's not spread out.
but
That's
if he's
my
not,
fault.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
my fault.
That's the only thing.
That's totally on me, that's my fault. I should have probably called him in, but the situation was so much stuff going on, I was trying to get everything back to normal.
Yeah.
And that's on me. I apologize for that, and if it happens again, I'll be sure
I think we spent enough time on this. I'll table this,
Well,
till.
that's fine, you go ahead and do what you need to do, Paul, and I'm good with it.
well, right now, I make a motion, we hold this till next meeting.
I'm okay with whatever you do,
I make that as a
it
motion.
is what it is.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
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 And I apologize for getting upset. It's just,
Yeah,
I just,
I don't.
I've done this a long time, I've been a very faithful employee, it's just kind of disheartening in a way. But that's what, I mean, to do what you need to do, and I'm okay.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Next up, thing written.
Alright, first one I got for y'all, this one is to amend the rules of the parks. Just a reminder, your rules for the parks were originally written in 1981, they were updated in 2019, and this is an addition. That would prevent parking overnight in parks.
I guess has this been an issue, I guess?
It could be an issue with development down by the falls. There is an exemption for fair traffic, or people parking out by not during the fair week, I guess. Would be the concern, especially at your new parking lot if you get one. So I'd say this one is a little bit preemptive of a potential future problem.
Yeah, because there's more cars parking there than what the building.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, quite a bit.
Is that?
Much better what my sheets I'm gonna do. It's nothing you're gonna do. Somebody else will have to prove it.
Signs, don't do them.
Well, if you approve it, yes.
Well,
You guys want to wait, that's fine, I don't.
No, it's all right. I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance number 2026-0618.
the 1/8 watt.
Just that's the only one we have tonight, so just wanting. No letter.
Okay. I'll second that.
All right,
They moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
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 How many copies you need? Two.
And then the written edition, which I lightly forgotten, I apologize. This is the ready grant agreement with the town, the developer, Warren County Economic Development, and the Greater Lafayette Grant Administrator person. And you guys signed a really similar one for the Falls project. The county did one. The language is standard. The only thing really that's changed is this front page here that has the details of the grant on it. And Dan's here if you have any questions about that. Ready, great. So we did this was circulated back in May, and it should have been done at your May meeting, and I just didn't get it on the agenda.
All right.
Okay.
Now this means we obligate 1.5 million in our funds.
No, this is ready for new money, so this is to build the infrastructure,
All this is.
so yes. Yeah, it's not the town's money, this is ready money.
So. Do I sign or?
You'll sign as council president, yeah.
Okay. And we've already approved this?
The grant money has already been given, so technically yes, but this is kind of more of the paperwork to follow the grant money. Got a very nice email from Julie Berry asking where that was, and I said, let me work on that for you.
From Steve, we would very much appreciate documents being sent.
All right.
That's all I have to say. So I, so.
Well, that
Please send in the requested documents.
into, and this doesn't necessarily have to be passed tonight, I don't know if you guys wanted a hard copy to read. What this is a development agreement that spells out the process of them constructing the infrastructure and the dedication process back to the town. So it's not quite a subdivision, but because there's a ready grant involved, but this kind of explains the process of they submit the invoice to the town submits the invoice to ready, and then the whole thing goes in reverse. So that's what that is. Does not need to be passed tonight per se, but it should probably be passed at the next meeting if you guys have more time to read.
This is the one you sent an email, right? Yeah.
Yep, I just printed out our fine copy. I know, it's, 28 pages of light reading.
I'll leave it up to you guys on that. I'm okay with it. Development agreement. So we just get it off the table.
So this would be
You,
done.
Yeah. I can make a motion from it. I'll make a motion, we approve this development agreement as presented.
I'll take that.
And moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Yeah.
So. One or two.
please, one for CH.
There you go.
And then let's get a quick reminder while we are online, the House petition to amend the building permit section will be heard at the ABC meeting on July 21st. At 5:00 p.m. It would be helpful if one of the town council would show up at that meeting and help explain. Whatever was request to change that was
When was that?
July 21st at 5 p.m. I believe that's Tuesday.
And where's it at?
It'll be the Warren County Courthouse and courtroom on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
At the same time, if anybody is interested, we're also going to be changing the building permit fees. That's a new state law that'll be effective July 1st. So that will be changed, but not necessarily because of anyone's own motion, that's just a state law page. So those two administrative things go out before the planning commission on the 21st. At your next meeting, we'll also have the housing agent that Kevin was discussing. That's an actual hearing, so that'll be first. Probably before anything else, so that's gonna be next. And that's all I have.
All right.
Thank you. Public comment? Sure.
It's about the business improvement grant program. I know later, I can just to be agreement that I'm going up between what y'all want to do in our office.
Okay.
And if you want to do it now or you can meet later, but we do need to get started. I'm gonna be out from July 3rd to 15th. So we come to get things settled before I leave, otherwise we won't get them brought back and I know moves. And others will be anxious.
Yeah, I guess get with her on that for sure, we can talk about it. And, or what are we calling this?
I think last time we called it economic development micro grants or something like that.
Yeah, it's the business improvement micro grant.
Yeah, there you go.
I just drafted it up. I just said maybe it's. But don't think
What's it called, what?
Micro grant improvements.
Heather, how about that for the process? And maybe that's what you outlined earlier, but have Ingrid look that over and we can
Yeah.
send it back to us in email.
Yes, I
Okay.
have, I'll forward the email and send to them, and I also have like a full handle of the process, just to make sure everybody's clear about including the grantee, what they want to do. So, I do have an application from the grantee. He did send that over, the form that was sent to him, unfortunately doesn't have the signature line, so I'm gonna call him back in, because I feel like he's.
Yeah, possible grantee, yeah.
Possible, yes,
Yeah.
the possible grantee.
Yeah.
So, I'll just work with them to be, give them. Send those documents to Steve, please.
What's that?
Send those documents to Steve, please.
All right.
Okay.
I didn't call him,
I got slightly less emails about the ready.
I think you got more.
Huh?
You got more, right?
I've got more.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the June 26th meeting, town board of Wednesday.
Sorry,
I'll second that.
you said June 26th.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
June 26th.
Aye.
Aye.